All right, so the original Crow director rejects remake, says film should remain untouched out of respect for Brandon Lee. This quote, "If it is his legacy and how it should remain." Okay, now based on just that title alone, I kind of agree with this. Has nothing to do with just Brandon Lee. I think certain movies shouldn't be touched. Okay, you don't need to make a remake or a, I don't know, a remake, if it's a sequel, if whatever it is, you can just leave it alone, right? Now, there are times that you look at certain things, like, for instance, Judge Dredd by Sylvester Stallone was a good film. Good film, okay? Wasn't a great film, wasn't a fantastic film, it was just a good film. But the new Judge Dredd that came out is a much better film, right? Is a much better film, okay? But on the opposite scale, you got Total Recall. Arnold Schwarzenegger's first Total Recall was an amazing film. The remake with Colin Farrell, not so much, right? There's certain things that shouldn't be touched. Now, let's read the story and see where this lies here. It's like many fans of the Crow film adaptation, director Alex Proyas says an opinion that the film should never receive a remake because the original is not just a movie, but rather stands as a testament to the talent and tragedy of this star, Eric Draven actor Brandon Lee. Okay, now, the director offered an understanding but firm disapproval of the upcoming Bill's-led remake of the response of the massive dislike ratio on the film's debut trailer received on YouTube, which is, as of writing, currently sits at 64,000 likes and 93,000 dislikes. Let me tell you, hold my beer, because the Acolyte got you beat. The Acolyte's got you beat. Okay, sharing with the CBR's coverage of the trailer's poor reception in his personal Facebook account on March 18th, the director asserted, "I really don't get any joy from seeing negativity about any fellow filmmaker's work. And I'm certain that the cast and crew really had a good intentions as well of doing it of any film. So it pains me to say that any more of this topic, but I think the fans' response speak volumes." Okay? Because The Crow is not just a movie, he added. It's Brandon Lee died making it, and it was finished as a testament to his lost brilliance and tragic loss, the legacy, and this is how it should remain. Okay? He said, unsurprisingly, this is not the first time it was voiced as the opposition of the idea of remaking The Crow. Appearing in the 61st episode of this podcast in 2020, when asked for his opinion on the project by the host Adam Hughes, the director likewise rejected the idea of the grounds that Brandon Lee made that movie and what it is. It made that movie, he made that character. Okay? So the character was not taken from the comic book. That was Brandon, he argued. And Brandon Lee died making the movie, and he paid the worst price anyone could ever pay making a movie, and its legacy. The guy would also have been a huge star after that movie, and it wasn't able to do that after that. Right? It's almost the same type of thing that happened with, not the same type of thing, but Heath Ledger dying, right? Heath Ledger, right? Now, obviously, other people could play the Joker, but like that movie would have catapulted him into the next stratosphere because he was good before in certain movies, right? What was it? Brokeback Mountain, 10 Things I Hate About You. But there's a lot of other things. That movie was the next thing. That was his last thing that he did. Besides The Clown, there was a clown movie he did. I forget what the name of it is. So that's what the movie is. They ultimately affirmed it's not just a movie that can be remade. It's one of the legacies, and it's also to be treated with that with a level of respect. Further, in response to the recent reveal that the simply dismissed Eric Darvin's having a bad hair day next reboot. Thanks. Okay. So for those unaware of the specific tragedy that befell the son of martial arts legends Brandon Lee, during filming of The Crow, with only 1 day left on set, the actor was fatally shot during a scene by a poorly inspected prop gun. Hey, imagine that. Happened all the way back then. Still happened in today, right? With Alec Baldwin's shoot. As a result of the actor's death, the original distribution Paramount proceeded to drop the film as it imagined that Lee's death would leave the project forever incomplete. However, it was eventually picked up by Miramax, who has turned a funded into rewrites, reshoots, and CGI needed to... this is before CGI was big, right? And they had to Brandon's face over that in the body double, okay, in order to finish it, okay, which was just crazy back then. Helmed by Snow White and the Huntsman 2012, The Ghost of Shell, director Rupert Sanders, The Crow remake is currently on track and starting testing its luck in the U.S. movie audiences on June 7th. I feel like as a business, look, you want to make a movie, go ahead and make a movie. I think out of respect, I think it is poor taste that you would actually, take this movie. You could literally re-release the movie. Like, you could go re-release the original movie if you really wanted to, but they want to remake it in some way, shape, or form and, like, change it. And I think it's unfair to the actor, because the actor's like, yeah, I would love to do that. I love Brandon Lee. I would love to make that part of the movie and be that, right? But now obviously, it could be the Judge Dredd of The Crow, or it could be the Total Recall of The Crow. And each their own, right? People might like it better than the original, but there is a little disrespect, I think, especially when someone lost their life. Now, obviously, the world keeps going on, and a lot of people don't give a shit that Brandon Lee lost his life on that film. And that's the sad part, right? So when a character is so big, he becomes the actual character itself. Like Brandon Lee, okay, is the Crow, right? Here, you guys think I don't know? Look at this. I love the movie The Crow, okay? Right, this is not Sting, right? This is Brandon Lee's The Crow, okay? And the fact that I'm not excited about the new Crow, I'm not, okay? Who the fuck has a statue of the Crow? Okay? You see what I'm saying? Like, I have a statue of the Crow because I love that movie. I loved Brandon Lee. I loved, Bruce Lee, and I loved the film. And that is my remembrance of that film and him, okay? And it's crazy to me that people just don't give a shit. They're just like, it's just a movie. It is a movie, right? Now, unfortunately, for instance, Chadwick Boseman died for Black Panther. The difference between Chadwick Boseman dying as Black Panther and he is Black Panther is he didn't die making the film. You see what I'm saying? Brandon Lee literally died making the film. So it's going to be a really hard sell. I'm surprised they really made it again. I'm really surprised. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going to do very well. Right? But these are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. What do you think? Do you think the people that made that movie, do you think they have a figurine of the Crow? Probably not, right? Because I don't really think they care about being a fan of Brandon Lee or the original Crow. I think they're just looking for the bottom dollar, which is the money, and they could have made any other movie. They could have made any other thing. They could have re-released this. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Please make sure you share, like, subscribe, and if you like what we do here, please check out some of our other videos. Thanks for watching.